Hi everyone and welcome back. Let's learn how to add geometry or add object here inside the viewport. As you see, I have a camera, light and box. I will click and hold left click and create a selection to cover all of these, and when they highlight it like this, just hit delete to delete them, and we will learn how to add stuff here. You can go to the add menu here and add whatever thing you want. For example, plane. Choose plane. Now we have plane right here in the middle. We can go again to the add from the mesh section, add for example UV sphere. Now we have a sphere right here. You can add from this menu, or you can hit Shift A for shortcut. If you hit Shift A, you can access the add menu again and add whatever thing you want. Let's activate the screencast to see the bottom. Hit Shift A and add whatever thing. If you notice that whatever thing you add, you will find it in the middle. It will be added in the middle, and that's because the 3D cursor. The 3D cursor, this small circle right here with the red and white color, this is called the 3D cursor. All the objects that you add, they follow the 3D cursor position. If I change the position of the 3D cursor in any other place and add anything, the new object will follow the 3D cursor. Let's learn how to change the position of the 3D cursor. In the left toolbar here we have multiple options here. One of them is the 3D cursor. Alright, I can activate this icon, and now if you left click anywhere, the 3D cursor will follow your mouse. So let's put the 3D cursor right here, for example. As you see, it's in the space here, and let's go to object, and so let's go to add and add another cube. Now the cube is follow the 3D cursor. Let's hit left click right here to put the 3D cursor in this area, and let's go again to add, and let's add for example curve, and now we have the curve following the 3D cursor. So whatever thing you add in the scene, they should follow the 3D cursor. So it depends on the cursor position. If you hit left click and the 3D cursor still follow your mouse, you should go back to the selection box to create a selection. So let's grab them like this and hit delete. If you want to bring back the 3D cursor in the original position in the center, you can hit Shift S and move the mouse to this option. It's called cursor to the world origin, and the 3D cursor will be in the center. So now whatever thing you add, for example hit Shift A and add circle, everything you will add, it will be added here in the center. The 3D cursor is very important option here inside Blender, and we will learn the benefit of the 3D cursor later on in the next lectures. Let's hit N to hide the right toolbar. Okay, now we learned how to add stuff inside the 3D viewport. Now let's learn the navigation system of Blender. If you click and hold the middle mouse button, I can orbit around the object. I can rotate the scene. Let's add the cube here. So I can orbit around the cube. If you rotate the mouse wheel, you can zoom in and zoom out. If you hold shift with the middle mouse button, you can pan like this. And you can zoom in and zoom out by holding Ctrl with middle mouse button. You can move the mouse like this. You can zoom in and zoom out smoothly like this. So this is the navigation system of Blender. If this is your first time to use Blender, you will find that's a bit difficult to navigate, and you will forget the option, but by the time when you keep practicing this, it will be easier and easier. So let's recap. The middle mouse button for orbit, middle mouse with shifts. For pan, rotate the wheel of the mouse. For zoom in and zoom out, hold Ctrl and click the middle mouse button, the wheel, and move the mouse for smooth zoom in and zoom out. This is all. Okay, until now we learned how to add object. As we said, you can hit Shift A and add whatever thing. And we learned that whatever thing you added here is depend on the 3D cursor position. And we learned how to use the navigation system of Blender. Here we have the same option of the navigation system. You can use them as well if you don't like to use the shortcut. For example, the first one, the magnifying glass here, you can use it for zoom in and zoom out. Just hit left click and hold and move the mouse to the top, forward and backward to zoom in and zoom out. And here the hand for move the scene or for pan. And here this option for toggling the camera. If you have a camera, you can select it to look at the scene from the eye of the camera. And here this option is for perspective and orthographic, and we will learn about this option later. Okay, now let's talk about the views inside Blender. We have top view, bottom, left, right, from, and back view. Let's see how can we access these views. Let's delete the cube. Just left click on the cube until the cube be highlighted, and then hit delete to delete it. And let's hit shift A to add, and let's add monkey. So now we have the monkey right here. If you go to the keyboard numpad, if you hit number 1 from the keyboard numpad, you can jump to the orthographic front view. And if you notice here on the top left corner, right here we have the front orthographic. If you hit Control 1, you will jump to the back orthographic, as is written right here, back orthographic. If you hit number 3, you will jump to the right orthographic, Control 3 for the left orthographic, 7 for the top, Control 7 to the bottom orthographic. And if you want to jump from the perspective to the orthographic view, you can hit number 5 from the numpad to toggle between the perspective and orthographic. And you may ask, what's the difference between the orthographic and the perspective? Let's add a cube right here, and I'm gonna move it here. And as I said, we will learn how to move stuff later. Okay, so now we have the cube. Let's scale it just a little bit and make it a bit wider. Alright, if I look at the cube from this angle, I'm gonna scale it even more. If I look at the cube from this angle, you will notice that this edge right here on this side and this edge as well, they will go and they will meet at a point right here. Alright, so that's happened in the perspective. But if you switch to orthographic from this option, or you can hit number 5 from the numpad, that's not gonna happen. As you see here, there is no vanishing points. This is the difference between the orthographic and the perspective. So the perspective is make you see the scene like how your eyes see the world, and the orthographic is different because there is no vanishing point. For me, I'm not using the orthographic, just when I want to switch to the front or back, left and right, as we learned. Let's delete this cube. Just left click on it and delete it. You can access the views by go to the view here and go to the viewboard and switch from perspective to top to bottom to front, back. And here we have the shortcut in the front of each option here. Just keep that in your mind. So you can access them by using the keyboard numpad, or you can go to the view and use the viewboard and use this option right here. Alright, so that will do it for this video. See you in the next one.